And a very merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Thursday, the 24th of December, 2020. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. There won't be any weather from me tomorrow, so I just want to go ahead and let you know this. But we got lots to talk about today. My goodness gracious, this is the watches and warnings map. What's going to be happening? I told you yesterday, I tried to warn everybody. Well, we got heavy rain, flooding, flash flooding, severe weather, damaging wind gusts. That's going to impact the east today, right in through Christmas Day. Heavy snow for the Great Lakes and snow possible across eastern parts of the Ohio Valley into the central Appalachians. Now you can see where this yellow is. We already have tornado watches up in the panhandle of Florida, the panhandle of Alabama, and some of the inner counties of Alabama. Tornado watches are up. If you need to check out your watches and warnings, please click Show More, scroll down, you'll find a link to go to. Just scroll through and you'll find your area. Now, up here in Minnesota, parts of Iowa, North and South Dakota, this should get a little better as the day progresses, but right now, this is a wind chill warning. Some of these wind chills in these areas are 30 to 40 degrees below zero. Bless their hearts. Can you believe that? Everything in the brown, high wind warnings, the blue down here in Florida and in Georgia, this is a frost warning. Of course, it should wear off as the day goes on. As of now, where we have the severe snowstorm warnings are in the Appalachians and in eastern Tennessee, also western Virginia, eastern Kentucky, portions of West Virginia, down in southern Ohio and up around the lakes in northern Ohio. Also, as you move on up across in western New York, around the Buffalo area. So we have a little bit left here in northern Wisconsin. It should decrease some as the day goes on. Also, we have some winter weather advisories for snow in central Montana and parts of Idaho, parts of eastern Oregon, some of California. We have these winter storm warnings that are in the mountainous areas of California. So down here we have some red flag warnings, also in the tip of Texas. Now, flood, all of this green. These are flood warnings. As this storm moves over by Christmas Day, everyone who got a lot of snow in the last snowstorm, you're going to get a lot of rain. That's going to cause a lot of problems for you. You're going to have flooding like crazy. That's going to happen. Even today, you can see a little green around where I live. My river is going to rise and come up in my yard. So, be aware of everything that's going on. I just wanted to show you this map before I get into severe stuff for the East Coast today. Once again, if you need your watches and warnings, please click Show More, scroll down, and you should find your area listed. Where should the severe thunderstorms, the high wind, and all of this occur today? My goodness gracious, you can see right now these severe thunderstorms are expected across the Carolinas and the Mid-Atlantic. Now, these should start up later this afternoon and go right on through tonight. For example, in the orange here, it should start up, especially in eastern North Carolina, a little portion of South Carolina. This includes Myrtle Beach. As we move up into parts of eastern Virginia, like Norfolk, Virginia Beach, up in those areas, it should start sometime around lunch when the rain begins to pick up and the winds begin to pick up. They will steadily increase all the way till about 2 o'clock in the morning, Christmas morning. It's going to get rough, folks, so please be aware of this, okay? Now, a few severe thunderstorms are also possible across portions of southeast Alabama, southeast Georgia, and also Florida, as you can see. Now, when we take a look at the wind, let's let it load up here. This is the tornado outlook. We have a 10% chance in South and North Carolina, a little bit of that section I talked about in Virginia. Then it decreases to 5 and 2% in all of these areas here. When it comes to the wind, here we go. We could have wind gusts, folks, not quite hurricane force, but almost. The winds are going to be gusty. The winds are going to be blowing like crazy. If you have any Christmas decorations out, I would suggest that you take them out. You just bring them in the house. Take them in. Don't leave them out, because more than likely they're going to get blown away. So we do have this severe wind coming, looking like starting around sunset, I should say, when it's really going to ramp up. The rain chances and the wind will pick up around lunch, but by 6 p.m. over in these 15% areas, right on through at least, I'd say 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, that is when we are going to have the most wind and the chance of tornadoes coming up. It's not going to be pretty. There could be some power outages. So please keep this in mind. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay in. And if you are along the Pungo or the Pamlico rivers, yes, we should have some flooding to occur. Hopefully it won't get in anybody's house, but you need to make sure you've got everything you need in case you do get trapped and you can't get out. So just keep that in mind. Before we turn on my future radar and you see what is coming your way, I would like to ask everyone, if you're into the weather and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click subscribe, click the bell, and check off all to ensure you get all of my latest weather videos. I would appreciate it so very much. And I want to go ahead and thank everyone for my Christmas donation presents that you've given me in PayPal this year. I want to thank you for watching my videos, sharing my videos, all the things that I have received through the mail. I just love you all so much, and I thank you for everything. So let's turn it on and get it going here. This is going to take us through the next 3 days, and this powerful surface low pressure system, it's forecast to track northeastward into southeast Canada today, and another low along it associated with the cold front takes over and tracks northward across the eastern U.S. today and tomorrow. Now, folks, I'm just telling you, it is going to get cold. On the front side, on the East Coast, yes, it's warmer than it's been in a while for us. But once this storm hits us, the temperatures are going to plummet. By Christmas morning, I could be 12 degrees wind chill. That's just an example. Now, along and ahead of the cold front and this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to stream in and cause widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms. A combination of factors are going to lead to flooding and flash flooding with this rain. And we do have some excessive rainfall in place from the Appalachians to the northeast, along with an embedded moderate risk in portions of Pennsylvania and New York through tonight, with the risk pushing east tomorrow. Now, first is the highly anomalous moisture. It's leading to widespread rain amounts 1 to 4 inches. Second, in the same areas, the rain's going to fall on a deep and relatively fresh snowpack that I've talked about from the northeastern last week. Now, this is going to exacerbate flooding concerns, as the rain could cause rapid snowmelt. Another concern is added, the weight that the rain could put on top of the snow-covered roofs, particularly across regions that still have over a foot of snow on top of the buildings from the north central Pennsylvania to Vermont area. And thirdly, temperatures. They're warmer than average today, but it's going to get cold as as this moves by. I can't stress that enough. We have this enhanced chance of high winds and tornado threats for eastern Carolinas. That's north and south and far southeastern Virginia. That's going to be going on all the way through tonight. Now, be aware. Just make sure you're prepared, okay? On the backside of the strong cold front, heavy snow of several inches should continue today in the upper peninsula of Michigan and western lower Michigan, as continues will be favorable for lake effect snow. Now, the lake enhanced snow could accumulate over a foot. Now, this chance of accumulating over a foot is likely near Lake Erie, with snow amounts of 4 to 8 inches expanding south into eastern portions of Ohio Valley and into the central Appalachians. Now, we got some light freezing rain. That's where you see that red on the map. It's possible in those areas also. And the strong front will lead temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below normal, spreading from the central U.S. today to eastern United States tomorrow. So the East Coast, like I've been telling you, Christmas Day is going to be cold. Now, the cold temperatures behind the front could support rapid freezing of any standing water. That's going to cause black ice. Be aware. We have increasing precipitation chances for the Northwest for tomorrow into Saturday, and a couple of frontal systems will approach. Farther south, there's critical fire weather risk in place. So I've showed you all this from Southern California and also in Southern Texas. Dry conditions and gusty winds. That's going to cause an elevated risk of the fire weather in the southern plains. And that's your Christmas Eve forecast, folks, right along through Christmas Day. Everyone have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. I love you all. Happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas. And don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season. Much peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thanks for watching.